What's going on, guys? So in this one, I'm going to be doing a review of the toy version of the one and only Pyre, the Fire Dragon of Dare. Now with this one, I do have two. I have one outside the box with everything totally complete, and I have one still inside the box, completely sealed in. I mean, it does have one piece of tape right here that did kind of break over time, but everything else is fully intact. And as well as doing a review of this, there are a couple of fun things I want to go over with the box and some of the other things inside it as well. All right, guys, let's get into this. All right, guys, so first thing I want to take a look at is the box itself. And I say this all the time about the boxes. I love this artwork. I mean, just the way it's done, it really does. It looks like medieval paintings. Like you could seriously just, get a copy of this, take away all the kind of little extra stuff, and have just this and put like a medieval looking picture frame around it, and you could put it in just like any sort of castle or I don't know, castle themed anything, and it would literally fit right in. I just think they're so cool. You got the awesome artwork on the back. But the cool thing with the box is this right here. If you can see that little Discovery Zone sticker. So what that is, it's got like a coupon inside for like an admission to Discovery Zone. And like I said, it's in there, and I don't have this open, but I do have pictures of it. And this is basically what the ticket looks like that it comes with. And on top of it, the Tyroon one also has the same thing inside, if you get one that is sealed, obviously. But what's cool about that is Discovery Zone, I mean, if you grew up in the 90s, it was basically like a high-end Chuck E. Cheese, jungle gym, I guess you could say, kind of place. Basically, if you were a kid and you were able to have your birthday party and all your friends go to a Discovery Zone, you were pretty much the shit. All your friends would remember that forever. And another side note with that is not only did it come with a coupon for Discovery Zone, but Discovery Zone actually had like a promotional event going on for a little while that had to do with the Mystic Knights. It was called the Mystic Knights of Ternanog Crossbow Crusade. And I have been able to find a kind of a video of the advertisement. I was going to put it in the description, but every time I go and find one, it's up and then it kind of disappears and then it pops up again. So, I mean, if you just look up Crossbow Crusade Mystic Knights, you should be able to find it. But basically all you did was they had a little fun kind of arena sort of section set off where you got, I believe, a battle gauntlet or you got a crossbow, and you kind of went through and they had, pictures or like cutouts of, the evil sentinels or things like that. And you just kind of go through and you get to shoot at things. And it was just like an awesome little fun thing you could do. But so that's with that. So now I'm going to move on to the actual Pyre figure itself. Here is everything that Pyre comes with. So you got his main body, you got his two wings, you've got these two armor pieces that go on his legs, you've got the tail, you've got these two swords that actually attach to the wings, and they can also be used as weapons for a separate character. You've got this chest shield that goes on him and also can be used as a separate, attachment for another character. You've got his fire blast as well as a Rowan figure. And then here are the instructions. All right, let's start with the instructions. So here is what it comes with. And there is nothing on the back. All right, before I put everything on him, one thing I want to go over is the figure it comes with. So just like the Tyroon one, it comes with just a pretty standard, solid, non-movable figure. This one comes with Rowan. The Tyroon comes with the Ice Lord. And similar to that one, I mean, it's just basically stuck in this pose. It's got like 4 colors, just the gold, the red, the blue for the eyes, and the skin color. It doesn't really move. You can't put anything in its hands. It just kind of sits on his back. But you can also use like an actual figure and swap it out and put him on his back. So for this one, I'm just going to use my Angus figure. So now I'm going to start with the wings, and those little blades I was talking about go on the wings. So here's one of the wings. It got these two little pegs right here. These have these little kind of notches, and it just goes on here just like that. And it does it for both of them. And the wings clip in to these little spots right there. These kind of clip in right there. You got to kind of push a little hard. There you go. And then you got this little button, and it kind of lets the wings flap a little bit. Now for the tail, it just pops right into the back right there. Then you've got the little shield piece that can also, just like these, be used on one of the extra figures, and it just clips in right there on the chest. Then you've got these little pieces right here. It's the armor for his legs. Now each one of his legs has these two little notches right there, and these little just kind of, you know, protruded little bumps fit right into there. Yeah. There we go. And they just sit like that. And then for the last part, you've got the little fire blast. So right here, this little notch lever button thing is how you shoot it. So his mouth opens, and there's that little hole in there. And this just kind of snaps right in. And once it's in there, you just press the button and it shoots it out. I will say this has a lot greater distance than the Tyroon one does. The Tyroon just kind of, I mean, it's hit or miss with the Tyroon one. Sometimes it just pops out. Sometimes it goes a little bit. This one's got some distance to it. Now I want to go over the detail and the articulation with it. So for the neck, you know, it moves up and down. And I like that it clicks in place. So depending on how you want to display it, I mean, you can have him, you know, up or, you know, so whatever way you want to display it, the neck isn't just all like flimsy and like drooping and stuff. You can put it wherever you want. But then, you know, you've got a little bit of movement right here at this part of the neck. The head has a little movement there. And as you saw before, the mouth kind of opens and closes so you can put the fire blast in there. With the arms, they have a little movement up here by the muscle. The wrists move. And then he's got like these little blades over here that you can move around. Arms move up and down. You know, same on the other side. As you saw before, you just kind of press this little button right here. It makes the wings move. Got pretty good movement at the legs. And kind of move, I guess you could call it his knee. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it his knee. The knee you can move around, you can move his feet around. The tail, you can move that really any way you want. But this one, the detail is just so cool. Look at that. Really good looking color on it. I like how they actually did his face where like he's like glaring at you. Honestly, I think the best detail part on this are the wings. Like the shading, like the different like dark and light colors. That's just so cool. I love the colors on this guy. I just love the detail on this one altogether. This has to be probably one of my favorite figures out of all the Mystic Knight figures they do. All right, now I'm going to show you how all these little extra figure things work with Pyre and all the little different attachments. All right, so first I'm going to put on the original one that it comes with. So this one, it's a little more difficult because his legs are so like spread. So you almost gotta like pinch his legs in just to get him like in there. It's kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest. Okay, there he goes. So he's on there. And like I said, he's just kind of like in one little pose because it's just basically the figure that it comes with. And then he's like a pain just to get out. Let's see if I can even get him out of there. Yep, pop the wing off doing it. So that's why those ones are just a pain in the butt. So now we're going to use the Angus one. So these ones just slides right in there. Really no issues whatsoever. It's on there pretty good. Now with it, I'm gonna take him off there so I can show you the things and see how easy that comes off because his legs aren't freaking bowed like this. You can actually move him and slide him in and out. So I'm gonna take off his Terra Mace. Then I can pull these off, the wings. And then these just go in his hands right there. So now he's got two Pyre swords. And then you can take off the little chest piece and put it on his wrist. Now he's got his swords, got his shield, and then we can put him right back on Pyre. Just like that. All right, guys. So with all that, honestly, Pyre is probably one of the most solid, well put together figures in the Mystic Knights line. I mean, it is solid where it needs to be. It's, you know, movable where it needs to be. I mean, everything on it is just like, I really have no issues with it at all. And the only issue I actually have isn't even with the figure, it's with this that it comes with, because it's just so solid that it's a pain in the butt just to get it on there, making this thing work. I mean, other than that, this thing is just, it's so well made. It's probably one of my favorite figures that they have. Well, guys, that was my review of Pyre, the Fire Dragon of Dare. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time.
May Dada protect you.